This is For the Record, a weekly discussion of charitable initiatives, public affairs, and meaningful issues that affect our community here in Central New York.
Welcome back to another episode of For the Record. Today I have a very special guest, and I say that with quotes because I'm the guest. Actually.
I was just going to say, for the record, I'm the host today. You are not. You are not. For once, yes.
That is correct. So today, joining me, I have Griffin from K-Rock, which if you're listening to this on K-Rock, you already recognize his voice.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Griffin.
Oh, thank you for having me. Or the other way around.
Or the other way.
You're welcome.
We'll figure it out by the end. So what we're going to do today is, because I'm actually going to be the guest, Griffin's going to ask me some questions. Now, a few months ago, I interviewed the president of the Cara Fund talking about a charity event that my band is taking part in. But I figured I would refresh the issue, bring it back, talk about it again. And like I said, I'll be the guest this time, and Griffin will ask the questions.
All right, yeah, and I read a little bit about this. But I kind of mainly wanted to have a conversation with you because we know each other.
I've met you a time or two,
a couple times.
Yeah,
We've seen each other around.
Yes.
But honestly, I'm going to come straight out and say I did not know that you were a part of that band. You're in my so-called band?
No.
Well,
No.
what the? Okay, that makes me feel a lot better because I had no idea, and I felt like a jerk for not knowing that you were in that band. But you're not in that band.
I'm not in that band. I'm glad we could clear that up.
Thank you.
Right at the top.
Very, very good. Yes, but Razbari.
Yes, Razbari Sumthing is the name of the band.
Razbari
so I am in that band.
All right.
Yes. But we've played with the guys that are in my so-called band, and they play 90s music, which is, it's a nice nostalgic thing that I think a lot of people our age would appreciate. So we asked them to join us.
What are you trying to say? I'm not that old. Who are you talking about?
I said our age.
I know. Anyway.
You're probably 10 years younger than me. I don't know. Maybe
I'm 38.
Okay.
I act like a child 95% of the time.
All right.
Yes.
Well, you come off much younger. Great.
I know.
Great
Thank you. Thank you. But you've got this amazing event coming up, the Cara Fund. I read a little bit about this, and it's basically going towards to assist children who are going through a tough time, essentially.
Yeah. So the Cara Fund seeks to support the families of seriously ill children in Central New York. So there are lots of obviously cancer and sickle cell and very serious diseases that unfortunately children have to go through. And obviously medical care is really important, but there are other things that they and their families need to support them to get them through this challenge. And that's what the Cara Fund is there for.
Obviously kids going through a tough time, they already have the whole life ahead of them, but having to deal with something like this, and then the parents are having to try to keep a high spirits.
Yeah.
It's hard enough for them to try to do that, let alone pay the hospital bills, let alone keep food on the table.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I understand that completely.
Yep.
And this is an amazing cause. I've done charitable work with other organizations that do similar type of things in the past. Griffin's Guardians is one of them. Has nothing to do with me. But
I'm disappointed. I wanted to hear about it.
No, but I actually ran the Boilermaker one year with the charity bib for Griffin's Guardians. So their focus is mainly pediatric cancer research. But this sounds like Cara Fund sounds more like trying to help people who are currently going through the tough time.
Yes, exactly. It started out. Cara was a student at East Syracuse Manoa High School. She went off to Australia for a foreign exchange program. She came home and she lost her battle with cancer almost immediately. So there was weeks went by and then she was gone.
Was she diagnosed in Australia?
Yes, in Australia. She came home and she passed. And so partially out of gratitude for all of the people that helped her parents when they were going through it, and also I assume out of a need to do something, because there was nothing they could do for her, they created the Cara Fund so that they could help other people going through the same thing.
So it's very, very similar to the other organization, but this is an amazing opportunity to help the people in our area. So none of the proceeds from the Cara Fund go anywhere but here in CNY?
That's correct. So 100% of the proceeds from this show go to the Cara Fund, and everything the Cara Fund does stays right here in Central New York.
Yeah, that's very important that people know it stays locally. Does it fund like Golisano Children's Hospitals?
They do some work with Golisano and with other organizations locally to try to find all kinds of different ways to help the families.
Now, besides just financially, are there other ways that Care Fund could take donations?
Yep, they can take donations, but there are lots of sort of give and take ways specifically related to the benefit concert that could. So $2 from every ticket that we sell for the concert goes directly to the Care Fund. There will be raffled baskets there. So like
there you go.
Gift cards and stuff from local restaurants. If you want to have a chance to win that, you put in a little bit of money and buy your raffle ticket, and maybe you'll walk away with some gift cards, which is pretty cool. Yeah. There's a pair of shoes from Vans. Vans donated shoes to all of us in the band, but also an extra pair of shoes to raffle off. Yeah, which is really cool.
Do they have raspberries on them?
They don't have raspberries. Not yet.
Not raspberry something shoes. Okay.
I can give you a red marker if it helps, and you can draw them on yourself. Oh, and we originally thought about not getting CDs. We did record a brand new album for this show, and we originally planned on not producing CDs because who has CDs anymore? You know, like
you want to know something? I do. Okay. Me right here.
Well, and Griffin's Garage, right?
Yes, exactly. I could go on a tangent about CDs and how I am very distraught that cars currently are not making cars with CD players.
Well, I mean, I was okay. So I said that, but as I was saying it, I was thinking, okay, but those of us who do still have some CDs, like, what are we supposed to do with those? So yeah, like it's difficult. But despite our initial intention to not produce CDs, we thought, you know what, there are definitely people that still like CDs. Maybe not as many as did once upon a time. But we also don't want to sell our music. It's available for free on Spotify and other platforms online.
That's awesome.
So if you want a CD, all we ask is that you donate to the Care Fund. So
perfect.
And any amount, whatever, $5, $10, whatever is convenient for you. You get new music from us, and they get a little bit of help in their journey. So.
Yeah, I might have to donate just so I can get one of those, because I'm the guy that still has a CD book in my back seat that I have to reach around and grab it, haul it up to the front. I have a CD visor on my car because my car still has a CD player, and I'm hanging strong to this car because it's one of the few.
I remember many years ago, I was in a different band with somebody who had a 6 CD changer in his trunk. So he had to get out to change the CD.
I almost got a Subaru Forester, side note, that had that exact same thing, and it came standard from the factory. Yeah. That's how they had them. But yeah, CDs. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Does the Care Fund initiative to keep CDs in people's cars?
I mean, I could see how that could potentially be like a therapy thing, right? We can't do anything about the medical concerns that you have, but we might make you feel better along the way by being able to listen to your music. Yeah, sure. I'll talk to the boss about that. We'll see what we can do.
Very nice. Now, does Raspberry Something have any other shows on the horizon?
Not at this point. This is the first show we've had in like 15 years.
Wow.
So it was sort of a large undertaking to get us out, to make time in our very busy lives. We've all got jobs and families and like things going on. Yeah. So we wanted to focus on one show, make a difference with this one opportunity, and then we'll go on from here. We do have some things we're thinking about, but nothing is set in stone yet.
All right. And does Care Fund have any other events planned?
We're thinking about maybe doing another event at some point, but I don't know about what they have on their calendar. However, you can check them out on their Facebook page, or you can go to thecarefund.org and find out about everything that they are doing outside of this event.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Now, I've been told that you have some not so serious questions.
Yes.
That you wanted to ask, because of course, Care Fund.
Yes. So
amazing people. And we've asked about some of the serious sides of this
on this
event,
show, this is new to you, but on this show, I usually stop asking serious questions at a point, and we take a break from that and do a game called Not My Thing, where I ask the guests questions about something that is almost completely not related to them in any way whatsoever. The answer. Yeah.
Now, I do have a few such quite intellectual conversation questions for you.
Great. Let's do it.
Which of these things?
It's multiple choice, right?
Yeah, this first one is a multiple choice question.
The rest of them are
The rest of them are not. Which of these things actually originated in Ireland? Okay. The Irish goodbye, Irish coffee, or Irish twins? And I honestly don't even know what Irish twins are, but I
believe Irish twins are siblings born less than a year apart.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
So not really twins.
Okay, not really.
in any way.
All right.
What was this?
Irish goodbye and Irish coffee were the other two choices.
Let's go with Irish coffee.
I feel like Irish coffee had to have, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like Irish coffee.
do you have the right answers?
No. I was not given the answer key to that one, but
Okay, fantastic.
we can all just have to Google that on your own time.
All right. Great.
Secondly, I feel like this is it's a good one.
Okay.
We all know, since we're talking about raspberry something, we all know raspberries are fuzzy.
Oh, okay.
What's the best woman's razor to shave a raspberry with? What do you think?
What makes you think I know anything about women's razors?
I'm sure you've had a lady in your life before, and yeah. Like Venus.
Venus it comes to mind at the moment.
The only one that comes to mind is like the only woman's razor I know
can think of. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my mom had one at one time, just in the shower. That's weird.
Now, this is actually not on the on the questionnaire, but does your band use a raspberry as a mascot?
We did for a short period of time have a raspberry as a mascot.
Really?
But similar to the name and how we spell it, it became a little bit silly and difficult to manage. So.
Was it a big suit?
Yeah,
Raspberry suit?
A big fat raspberry with tiny arms and legs and a big silly fedora, and it just.
Oh, that's amazing.
If that's the word you want to go with, yeah,
it sounds fun. Now, you are from Syracuse, correct?
I am, correct.
Their mascot is an orange.
As far as I know.
Now,
correct.
Seeing as though we've come to that conclusion, the next part of the question is, who makes the best apple pie?
What? That have to do with orange?
Yeah. Can you make an orange pie? Is there ever such a thing as an orange pie?
I hope not.
I don't know.
That doesn't sound great.
So, but who makes the best apple pie? I'm actually wondering because I want to question them because I've been tasked with making an apple pie for Thanksgiving this year.
Have?
I have by my girlfriend's family, so I have to learn.
I don't feel like apple pie is as popular as we think it is. Like it's in like the social. So like as American as apple pie, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think people like it as much as we think that we do. I think I don't know. I don't see apple pie out there as often. But I will tell you this: there's a bakery in Skinny Atlas that has cranberry oat bars, which are so delicious and gluten free, and they've made a pie from it. And I shouldn't be selling businesses on this show, but we're talking about pie, and it just came in.
I don't think it's selling at
like
this point. It's more
the most delicious thing I've ever tasted as far as pies go.
Cranberry oat pie.
It's amazing.
Does it have the oats as the crust and like more
the
cranberry?
The oat is like ground up into like a crust, which is what makes it gluten free. Using like a wheat based crust, and it's amazing. It's
now this is even a part of the questions that I wrote out. But have you ever heard of people using a slice of cheese on apple pie?
Yes.
I have no idea where that originated, and I'm very curious. I don't know if we even want to try it.
Well, I'll tell you this. Sometimes if I feel like I could go for a piece of candy and I don't have any, I'll have a piece of cheese. And like my need for something sweet, we're good. We're good. I don't need anything else. And I don't know why, because I don't think of cheese as being something sweet, but it's like a little hack.
Do you think that's why?
Yeah.
You think that's why? Like you have that piece of cheese and you're like immediately following a piece of cheese. What's the last thing you want? A piece of candy.
Yeah.
So, no, a piece of candy doesn't sound appetizing anymore because I just had this piece of fatty cheese and my mouth is just coated in cheese.
No.
So now you don't want the candy.
That's weird.
It could be.
It's weird.
It could be. And I was given one other question. I think this was a great one.
Okay.
If you had all the time and money in the world, what instruments would you think would be best paired with a raspberry jam?
These are the worst questions anyone has ever asked.
I wish I could take credit for a couple of these questions. We farmed these questions out to a friend, and
yeah. And I don't appreciate it, Clay. Don't appreciate it.
But have you side note? Speaking of interesting instruments, there's somebody in our local area. I don't remember his name, but there's a dude around here that makes guitars with shovels. He turns shovels into guitars.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's an actual thing, and he lives in Central New York. Last time I heard, but that's
wow, fantastic.
So
if he could make a tiny guitar, out of a spoon, that would probably be the best instrument to pair with raspberry jelly.
There you go.
There you go. Boom. I answered the question. As ridiculous as it was.
Those questions were perfectly normal.
Yeah, perfectly normal.
For someone to be awake at 6 a.m. on a Sunday, yeah.
Exactly.
You're on your way to church, go ahead and think about that.
Yeah. Exactly. For sure.
But Razbari Sumthing, when is the date of your event?
So it's November 26th at the Westcott Theater.
That's the day after Black Friday, the Saturday after Black Friday.
That's correct. We're actually going to be playing live on K-Rock on the morning show with Cody and Josh on Black Friday.
Yes.
And then on Saturday, we'll be at the Westcott Theater at 8 o'clock. And you can buy tickets at the door, or you can buy them ahead of time at let me spell it, RAZSUMSKA band.com, razsumskaband.com, or at thewestcotttheater.com. Either way, you can get your tickets that way.
And Care Fund.
And support the Care Fund as they do their great work to help the families of seriously ill children right here in central New York.
Very awesome. Hasn't been exactly the most serious of interviews, serious of conversations, but about a serious topic and something seriously fun. So Razbari Sumthing and Care Fund teaming up for a good time and a good cause on Saturday the 26th.
And my so-called band, who I am not in, as it turns out.
Yeah. Who knew?
Will also be there.
Who knew?
Yes.
It sounds like an actually awesome time.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really does. And it's been a while since I've been to the Westcott, too. It's a great place. They've got good food on Westcott Street. They really do.
They really do. They really do. Yep.
What's that restaurant that's still right next to that old Alto Cinco? Is that still right there?
I think so. I haven't been in a while, but I think so.
And is Dorian's Pizzeria down still?
No, that one I think I'm pretty
Dorian's
sure that one's
gone?
closed. Yeah. But there's
Is Beer Valley Deli still up there?
I think so. I think so. And then there's the diner.
Rise and Shine.
Rise and Shine is there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I'm hungry. Go eat your breakfast, my friends. And yes, thank you for having me have you on your show.
Thanks for having me.
And anytime. Michael, have a great one. Enjoy Razbari Sumthing at the Westcott on the 26th with the Care Fund.